COVID-19, why you do this to me? I really don't like being stuck in quarantine. I have no toilet paper, I don't even have a snack. Hey, coronavirus, I want my life back.
Hello, isolators. How are you? We are calling this Let's Get Moving because we just heard it announced today that Toronto and Peel will be following the rest of the province that was allowed to go to stage 2 last week. So Toronto and Peel, we're going tomorrow. No, Wednesday. So what that means is all that sitting around that we have done has made us a little lethargic, and well, you know what? I'm going to find out exactly what happened to our bodies in just a moment. Julie Thom is my guest tonight, and we're going to be going to her in just a moment. But first, we want to get to the gratefuls, of course, and what you are grateful for right now. What am I grateful? I'm grateful for the heat. I like to feel it for a while. I am. Now, I don't suffer from it, so if you are one of the ones who do suffer from it, then I do feel for you. Tammy is grateful to say hi, Mike. That's not a grateful. Okay, grateful that I can now get my hair cut on Saturday. Oh, I can't wait. This is just like the way I cut it a couple of weeks ago. It's growing like 20, 30 different ways. You know what? Darlene says she's exhausted lately. So you know what? That might be a little bit of a COVID kind of lethargy. So we're going to work on that today. Grateful for the smell of rain. Yes, in fact, we did have some rain out in parts of Durham region just a little while ago. So yeah, I can smell that rain too, and I can feel that the humidity in the air. Okay, we want to get right to Julie because we want to get moving. We want to get moving. Julie Thom, you've been on the program a few times before. Hi, Julie. How are you?
Good. You?
I am wonderful, and so we are going to not only be looking at ways of moving, we're going to be looking at ways of fooling our brain into moving.
Yes.
How so?
So the brain is the window to your movement. So if we can get your brain to not feel threatened, then you're more likely to be able to move and groove and do the things that you want to do. So your brain is your first line of defense. So it's wired for survival. So if your brain is feeling at threat, then you will not be able to move the way you used to. So what we have to do is let the brain know that the movements that you are going to do are not threatening and that they're safe. So we want to make you safe and survive and move on to the next chapter.
It's something you don't really think of that much, that the brain, you have to exercise that brain or make it part of the exercise.
Yes, that's the thing. So all movement starts in the brain. So a lot of people, like when they think of exercise, you think of squats and push-ups, but in order for your brain to be able to do that, it has to receive the information and it processes it. And so as you see on the chart on the screen, there are different parts of your brain. So today I want to talk about the two important ones for my world right now are the cerebellum and the frontal lobe. And the cerebellum, most importantly, because 80% of the neurons are housed here. So we call it the ABCs of movement are created in the cerebellum, and so it's accuracy, balance, and coordination. Excuse me. So in order for me to help you have better accuracy and balance and coordination, I need to make sure the cerebellum is firing. So a lot of times people will jump right into movement, which is found in the frontal lobe. But if you think of a Christmas tree strand and you have a light down the chain, down the string that's not lighting up, and you try to change that light, but you have another light down here that you need to change. The problem is that a lot of people go to the wrong part of their brain, and then you're not finding the results that you're looking for. Or for instance, if you're trying to lose weight, it could be because your brain feels that threat, and it's because the right part of the brain is not firing. So what we do is start the cerebellum, we start at the base of the brain, the cerebellum, which is back here, and then we move to the front.
Now with the front, am I wrong in saying, because the frontal lobe takes care of, according to this chart, intelligence, personality, memory, behavior, et cetera, that should we do better in movement, we do better with our memory, et cetera?
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
And so in terms of the neural hierarchy, in terms of how your brain processes the information for the frontal lobe, is that it always starts with the visual system. Then we go to vestibular, and then we talk about proprioception. So a lot of the exercises that I offer when I first work with clients is that we work on those particular inputs first, because again, the way your brain is perceiving the world around you is through your eyes. And so imagine walking down the road with your eyes closed, try to cross the road. Would you feel safe? Probably not. So your eyes have a lot of input for your brain. So what we want to do is make sure that the brain.
I do it here in Toronto all the time. I just, it is actually the best way to cross the street in Toronto is just do this and then keep walking.
Yeah. 50-50 chance, I guess, right?
So what are we going to do today? As far as we're going to do some things just to sort of I get the joints moving again, right?
Yeah. So it's make your brain feel safe, and then it's just loosening up. I like the last exercise we're going to do is called shaking off the rest. It's just looping the joints. So making sure you're only as healthy as your joints. So what I want to do is just get your joints moving and finding the range of motion that they're capable of, and restoring that so that you can get back to the normal activities you were doing before COVID.
Okay, so I am going to move into the gym. Actually, we should have used the green screen for this, Parker. We should have. Darn, I forgot. But that. So I'm gonna go. I just gonna go over here. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to make my way through chords and things that I don't knock us off the air. All right, hold on. Now, can you see me? I'm over here. Okay. Can you see me?
I can't. Oh yeah, I can.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now. Okay, so the first thing, I got the list here. Figure 8 eye drills.
Yes, so your brain loves figure 8. So I sent you a chart. So I don't know if you're going to put that up, Parker, or not. But basically, in order. Oh, perfect. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to test your range of motion before we get started to make sure that the brain does feel safe doing the movements that are coming. So you can pick any range of motion that you'd like. So you can try to touch your toes, do a shoulder extension, or just put your hands by the side and reach to the sides. Or my favorite is rotation. Put your hands in front like Charlie's Angels, and then try to rotate, and then keep your arms straight and rotate. Just check the range of motion. It's not quick.
So when I'm rotating, I'm just turning my toes.
Just go to the end range.
Okay. Yep.
Just stop. Just when you go to one way, stop and point, like look at where you're pointing. Okay. And then go to the other side and look at where you're pointing, just so you have your landmarks. Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. Yeah. So now we're going to do a figure. So now you're going to do the figure 8 drill. So what you do is you put it about 3 or 4 feet in front of you, whatever's comfortable for you.
Just so people can see what it is, it's just simply 4 numbers on a card. Okay.
No, that's the 1, 2, 3, 4 drill. A different drill.
Oh,
there's a figure 8 that actually looks like a figure 8.
You know what? I didn't print it. Sorry. Okay.
That's okay.
All right. So what do we do?
So all you'd have to do for the figure 8 is literally draw a figure 8 with your eyes.
With my eyes.
So you can draw on a piece of paper if you want to do that. And then all you would do is trace it with your eyes. But we'll do the 1, 2, 3, 4 drills is another one. So this is a gaze fixation. So what you're going to do is you're going to stare at the 1 and the 2. You're going to go back and forth 10 times. So go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 10 to 20.
Look at the 2. So I'm going to do it this way so people can see. Hold on here. Oh, are we frozen up? I think we're freezing it.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay. So what am I? I've got the 1. I got the 2, and I'm gonna look at the 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that 10 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't use 10 times.
Okay.
If you see 2, if you get dizzy, if you feel sweating.
Okay. 10 times.
That's a threat response, so we will need to be careful of that. Okay. Now go 3, 4. Look up. 3, 4, 3, 4, 10 times. 3 to 4, 3 to 4, 3 to 4.
8, 9, 10. Okay.
Perfect. Now retest. So we could do more of this, but in the interest of time, we're just going to do this real quick. So do retest where you were. So try to go back to the exact same position and then retest your range of motion. Is it better?
It actually is a little bit better. Like not greatly, But noticeably.
Right.
Okay.
Perfect. So that's a good sign. That means your brain is safe and it's not threatened. If you did that and it got worse, then you're under threat and we need to change the dynamic.
What did I do? What did my brain do there by looking at the 1 2 1 2 and then 3 4 3 4?
So your vision, there are basically there are 6 muscles in your eyes that they have to go in different directions. Because of the life that we live now, we tend to not work the one. So we can go up, down, side, diagonal to left, and diagonal left to right. So what we're doing is we're just working our eyes in a different range of motion. And I'll show you how we can use that for some of the rotation drills that you'll do with your neck. It's a big one. So essentially a lot of people, because we live in this little screened world here, our eyes are not able to see peripherally as well. So all I'm doing is allowing your brain to see your peripheral.
Okay.
So it feels safe.
Okay, so the next thing was the standing posture. This was the figure 8, by the way, that Julie was referring to. Just, Parker printed it out. Let me just get that in there a little bit tighter for you. There we go.
Thank you.
So that was, and again, you've got the arrow, so you'd be looking like this with your eyes.
Yes.
So it's the same. So are you fooling your brain? Are you fooling your brain, or are you exercising your brain?
Both.
Okay.
It's kind of like voodoo. A lot of my clients are like, "What's this voodoo you do to me every time I see you?" So it's basically you're wired for survival. Mm-hmm. So all I'm doing is it's movements and the range of motion that's coming is okay.
Okay. So we're doing the standing posture reset. What's this for?
So this one, a lot of us have been sitting. So as you said, so what we're going to do is we're going to work on the extension muscles. So what extension means is all the muscles from the back of your head all the way down to your heels. So what we're going to do is you're just going to stand hip width apart. You're going to put your arms to your side, palms to us. What you're going to do is I don't want you to think about squeezing your shoulder blades together, but what you're going to do is you're going to pull your shoulders down into your back pocket. So you're going to flare your fingers as far as you can. Okay. And then what I want you to do is you're going to look up to the sky without lifting your head. So keep your chin pointing right to us.
So like
and
that.
All you're going to do,
and look up.
Look at me. Look at me. Yes. And then I want you to look up as high as you can. And I want you to think about squeezing every muscle from the back of your head right down to your heels. Think about squeezing them and making them nice and strong. So you're stretching the front, flexing. And then you're going to count down from 10. That's it.
But I'm still
just
looking
count
at
down
you.
To go squeeze.
10.
Nope, you're looking up. Look up as 9. Look
8.
up and then count down from 10.
10.
No
9.
chin.
Oh.
No
okay, let's start
chin
over.
Down. Chin down.
Chin down.
It's okay.
Chin down.
Chin face. So if you have to, so chin right to me. Squeeze your shoulder blades, or don't squeeze your shoulder blades. Hands down in your back pocket. So you're gonna feel like a weight is being pushed down. Like I just put my hands down on your shoulders. Spread your fingers next to you. Spread your fingers as far as you can. And all I want you to do is look up to the sky and then count down from 10.
But you say no chin, so you mean look up
with
my
chin, eye? Just your eyes.
Just my eyes. Eyes. Okay, I'm looking up.
Just your eyes.
All right, I'm doing that.
Yep. Okay, and 8, then count down from 10.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, now what?
That's it.
I feel like a new man.
Posture reset. So what you're doing, absolutely. So what that does, a lot of us when we sit, we're in this rounded posture. So if I sit, I'm just rounded through my shoulders here. What that's doing is that's working on the extension muscles, so getting us to sit taller. That's all that's doing. It's really simple. It takes 10 seconds.
So how often would you do that? How often a day? Sorry?
As often as needed. So.
And I'm going to
feel 3 to 4
that,
times.
Yeah, and I'm feeling that sort of back here a bit.
Yes.
And then with my eyes up, what's it doing?
It's focusing on extension through your spine. So if you were with me, I would put my hand on the top of your head and ask you to just taller. So it's like imagine yourself go taller. So it's like, or you're between 2 panes of glass. Yeah, there you go. That's part of the drill. We do that too.
I'm sorry.
Yep. So all it's doing is all this one's doing is getting you out of that rounded shoulder posture. So again,
Yeah.
a lot of us have, when we sit too long, we tend to have neck pain and back pain, and this will help eliminate that. So you can, like, every, hour or whatever, if you can take the 10 seconds to reset, then go ahead and do it.
Okay.
It's really quick and easy. There's no excuse for that one.
I don't know if I like the sound of this one. Hip circles and pelvic tilts.
Yeah. So back pain is a really common thing when people sit
Yeah.
too long. And so the easiest way you can calm a back spasm or shake off the rust in the lower back, if you will, is just start doing hip circles. So all you're trying to do is you're going to ground your feet into the floor. Ideally, you're barefoot as you are. And you're going to try to move your hips all the way around your feet. So you're going to try to make the biggest circle you can and just try to find any tight corners that you have. Yeah,
Alexa,
just like that.
Play some Hawaiian music.
Just smile from Spotify.
That's not Hawaii. Alexa, play some Hawaiian hula music. That'll help. That'll help.
Disney hits from Spotify.
Disney hits? Alexa, cancel. Alexa has not been really listening to me these past few days. I don't know why. We're not. Alexa, cancel.
She doesn't like you.
We like each
Moana.
other. It's a love-hate thing. All right, let's go. So
yeah,
I will do it. I will do it.
all
Sans
you're
hula
doing-
music.
All right, that's okay. Standing in line at the LCBO, it's all good.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Yeah.
So all you're trying. Do you feel it loosening up? So all you're going to do is find any tight corners, and then you go the other way. And then if you really want to get fancy, add a figure eight. Now that's the hard part. So it's like try to figure out a figure eight. Your brain loves figure eights. It's all about brain patterning across your body because your right brain controls the left side and left
Is everybody
brain
doing
controls
this
the
at
right
home?
side. So
is everybody
You
doing it?
better
Carmen,
be.
are you doing this? Kelly, are you doing it?
all of these things you got to feel to know the difference. You'll feel it. And then once you're doing that, once you're done that for about, so a lot of people ask me, Julie, how long do I do this for? Until
Julie, how long do I do this for?
Away. Till the stiffness goes away, Kevin.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Julie.
That's
it.
All right. And then all we're going to do, so now we want to do pelvic tilts because we want to rock the shake off the rust yet again.
Okay.
So you're just rocking your hips back and forth. The big thing with this one is not locking your knees up. So keep your knees slightly bent. And all you're going to do is rock your hip. Think about your pelvis going up. It's called the posterior tilt, up towards your nose, and then an anterior tilt, push it away. Don't move your knees. So keep your knees slightly bent a little bit more.
Look, I'm Donald Trump.
You don't even need.
Sorry.
You don't even need. You don't even need to do that. That's
What's that?
Like imagine like you're sitting on a ball. That's a big tilt. You don't even need to move that much.
I don't need to do that much.
Just kind of rock. Nope. It's just a small tilt. Rock. Think about your hip bones. If you put your fingers on your hip bones, try to
like
move them
this?
up towards your nose and then push it away. That's it. Really simple.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking for something more
That's
difficult.
That's it.
Okay.
Nope. It's that simple. You can do it standing. You can do it
Yeah.
seated, preferably on a ball. That's a really good one, especially I hear a lot of people have disc degeneration in L3, 4, 5. This is actually one of the best ways to get movement into that part of the spine. This is so just me sitting on a ball, rocking back and forth, you standing or sitting.
Okay. Now,
Or
spinals.
lying on the ground as well.
Spinal circles.
Simple.
Oh, hold on.
Okay, so in order to again stretch out. Oh.
No, hold on. I think. Are we back? Every once in a while, the Skype just sort of tries to catch up. But go ahead.
It's all good. Okay, so this what we're gonna do is you're gonna open up your arms like you're going in for a big hug. Come give me a big hug. So you're gonna stretch out your arms, spread out your fingers as far as you can. Feel the stretch right through your chest. And then what we're gonna do is you're gonna come in, hug yourself, try to grab your shoulders and pull your shoulders away.
Okay.
Pull the shoulders away. So you're gonna spread your shoulder.
Okay.
Like what, sorry?
So,
and then all you're gonna do is all you're gonna do now, don't move your hips. So you're gonna bring it around your shoulders, lean to the side, lean back, lean to the other side, and come forward and try to do some circles only with the upper part of your body without letting your hips move.
Okay.
Don't let your hips move. Yeah. This one you could do seated if you had to try to help you distinguish, because your brain, sometimes when you sit for too long, your brain doesn't know that you actually have an upper body and a lower body, and they're kind of fused together. So what we're trying to do is separate them. So that's why, and then you can come back out, open up the chest. a little bit, bring the chest out, do a stretch. You can point your thumbs down, point your thumbs up, move the shoulders a little bit, just get some movement in there, and then come back in, hug it, and now put your opposite hand that you had on top, and then spread your shoulder blades apart, and then round forward, then lean to the side, lean back, lean to the side, and come around. Just like that. And you'll feel...
Essentially, we were never meant to sit as long as we sit now.
No, we were not designed to. We were designed to move. The thing is, a lot of people, like, they say sitting is the new, cancer or whatever. It's the new thing that's killing everybody. It's not sitting that's killing people. It's staying in the same position for too long.
What was that?
So.
There we go. There we go. All right. So.
Did you get that? Did you get that part?
No. Sorry, I got distracted.
It's sitting. Okay. Okay. So sitting and what's killing people, it's staying in the same position for. So essentially, we're how you explore your environment is through movement, and how your brain is what wants two things. It wants fuel and it wants activation. And how do you activate? It's through movement. And so the fuel is oxygen and glucose. So how do you get oxygen? You breathe, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have to eat good food. So that's all your brain's craving. Those are the basic principles of what your brain's after.
So you're looking for glucose. You're looking for candy apples and chocolate bars and...
Wrong kind.
No? Okay. All right. Okay. So
wrong kind.
Now, neck rotations. You're hitting all the spots people have trouble with, right? Like the shoulders, the back.
Yes.
And definitely the neck. A lot of people have problems with the neck. Why do we have so many neck problems?
From sitting too much. Again, so the head, there's a bone back here called your C4. Okay. So what happens is that if you have a bump there, it means your head is too far forward. So when you go in standing posture, a lot of people, if I put my hand right in the middle of your shoulder, and your ear is forward of my hand, that means you have forward head posture. So it basically means that my head is leaning forward, and it's just because of the position of our phones, the position of our screens, just the way we live our lives, and just from sitting. So if you sit in an improper chair, you're more rounded, so our head's going to just carry forward. So there's actually more new research that just came out that talked about a lot of people who have back pain. They need back pain is actually linked to the neck. So a lot of stuff that I talk about is fascia. It's all connected. So if we loosen up the fascia in your neck, then it'll actually relieve the pain in your back. And I've actually had clients come in and they're like, they have back pain. I don't even touch their back. I basically go from mid chest up, loosen that up, and then their back pain goes away. And it's just because of the position that you're in and sitting. So I'm reversing that sitting position. So neck rotations are simply, so we can use your eyes. So we can do the eye chart drill for this one. But again, to interest of time, just take a look to your right, go to the biggest range of motion that you have, and then look to your left. Mm-hmm. Then what you're going to do is, again, go to your right, but this time stay at that range of motion and then use your eyeballs, both eyes, quickly snap behind you and try to look behind you without turning anything else. We're able to get a bigger range of motion.
I can actually see behind myself.
Perfect. And then try the other side.
All right. And what am I doing?
So snap your eyes, try to snap your eyes behind you, like you're looking behind you. Are you able to get more range of motion in your neck?
Yeah, you know what? I can feel that unlocking a bit. Okay.
A little bit. So you would do that I do it 3 to 5 times, and then we do a head tilt. So the ear comes to the shoulder, and then your chin stays to me. You just tilt your head to the side. Mm-hmm. So I go, and then all you're gonna do, oops, I'm going the wrong way. I need to go this way, and then I'm gonna tuck. So you got a hole in your throat here. You're gonna roll your chin to the other side. Okay. So don't go backwards. And the reason you never go backwards with the neck roll is because if you have vascular issues, like blood pressure or anything like that, you could actually do some damage and make yourself pass out and fall. So we don't go backwards. So it's always head tilt to the right or to the left, tuck in the chin, and then roll ear to the shoulder.
Okay.
Yep. That's it.
So not going backwards.
Okay, so we do.
Because when I've done neck rolls
don't
before,
go backwards.
Yeah, okay. Don't do that, folks.
Yeah,
okay.
So don't do that. So it's just a precaution. I'd rather because I don't know
Oh, hold on. We're gonna let your
audience
Skype.
know
Hold on. We're just gonna let your Skype.
as a safety measure.
Hold on, because your Skype sort of hiccup there, and you were saying something really important. So I'm going to get you to say it again. Go ahead.
That we don't want to go backwards in case you have vascular issues or blood pressure issues, because what it could do is you could end up passing out or collapsing, because it'll basically give you lightheadedness or dizziness by going backwards. So we don't want to do that.
Okay. All right. Where were we? We
cool.
were at the
if you wanted, I'll show you one more for the neck, because this is a really, really good one. It's a fascial release. So what you would do is you'd actually pull your shirt down a little bit, and then what you're going to do is just below your collarbone is you're going to pull the chin down, and I want you to look up and away from where the hand is, and all you're going to do is kind of jet. You'll feel a nice stretch in the neck here.
Yeah. Where?
And then the other opposite. So my hand. So if I'm pushing down on my left, I'm going to bring my chin up to the right. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to jet my chin out a little bit, move my chin around. Feel that? Do you feel all that stretch in the neck here?
Wow.
Yeah, perfect.
I never knew that your chin
and then
could
we go
do
to the
that.
other side.
Wow. I never. That's
so,
very interesting.
So then this particular one, that's why I'm showing it to you. This is a good bonus.
We will call this the Thurston Howell. Okay. Do you remember?
And then go to the other.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
I don't know if are you young enough old enough to remember Thurston Howell? Oh, you're freezing up again. Either that or she's not reacting to my. I think maybe you're just not reacting to my humor. Period. Thurston Howell III from Gilligan's Island used to talk like this. So that's why.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. That's right.
Why. It's a long way to go to get to that, but okay.
He's ahead of the game.
Yeah, yes. Okay.
So yeah, you do both sides. The key is to just stretch out your neck. So don't force, don't head tilt. Just move the neck around, and then you can stick your tongue out, because that's a whole different ball of wax. But if you don't feel comfortable sticking your tongue out at the world,
Oh yeah, every once in a while I like to stick my tongue out and give the world the finger. So here we go.
Yeah, well there you go. There you go.
Yeah, you know what?
Okay, and so that's just for the neck.
So your chin, your tongue, actually, really can have an impact on. Is it the fascia we were working on?
Yes.
That's amazing. Yeah. Okay. All right, you have one more thing here.
Simple things. It doesn't have to be complicated. Shake off the rust. So
I think this one sounds really good.
So all it is jumping up and down. It's just literally shaking out. So you know that guy that sits in front of a car dealership, and he waves all around, the wind goes through him.
Wacky waving inflatable arm for the tube man. Sorry, that's who it is.
So yeah, just shake. You can literally shake it off. If someone's not comfortable with jumping, all you're doing is literally patting down your arm. Start with your arms, and then pat yourself down.
So you're saying jump up and down?
Pat. Yeah.
Or you could do this.
Put on your favorite song, or you can do that. Whatever's comfortable for you. It's kind of taken, if you're a fan of dry skin brushing, it's kind of taken from there, but it's just a lymphatic reset. So a lot of us, so in terms of your nervous system, what we're doing is we're just stimulating the nervous system, and just by patting and jumping up and down, what you're doing is you're putting tension on your ligaments and tendons, which is preparing you for the movement of what you do. So it's a really easy and quick way to get your body warmed up. You do that, put on a song for 2 minutes, and I guarantee you're going to feel energized, like drinking a cup of coffee.
Okay, Julie, I'm going to have to leave it here. Remind people, it's fitimize.ca.
Yes, fitimize.ca is my website, yes.
All right.
And they can find me on Instagram at Fitimize Fitness, and Facebook, Fitimize Fitness as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Julie, thank you so much for this. Julie Thom. And I, you know what? I have to apologize, because for some reason tonight, the internet is just not our friend.
Yeah, it's been poor connection.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's all right. All right, Julie Thom, thank you so much for this. I appreciate it. Always. We'll talk to you soon.
No worries. No worries. All right, thanks. Have a great night.
You too. Bye, Julie. And again, I have to apologize for that, folks. It's just every once in a while the Wi-Fi signals just conspire against us, and I have no idea. With the amount of money I'm paying Bell for this Wi-Fi, I should be on your lap at home right now. So that's it for tonight. I want to thank everybody I hope you were doing some of these, and I wasn't the only one sticking my tongue out at the world. And I hope you all remember who Thurston Howell III was. I hope. So thanks for joining us this evening, and we will see you tomorrow night. Until then, take care of yourself and take care of each other.
COVID-19, why you do this to me? I really don't like being stuck in quarantine. I have no toilet paper, I don't